And that's how I look at it. What makes him get more respect than me? You my next door neighbor, you know, I tell him, you got yours from your family. I got mine from the ground up, from hard work and dedication.
Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest ever. He's a brilliant defensive fighter. His speed, his boxing savvy. He's just a savant. He's just something special. No question about it. But I got to look at the Sugar Ray Leonards of the world.
Floyd's way is safe. Not in a punk, but it's like the safe way, like nothing ain't gonna go wrong. But that's how he fight. That's his characteristic.
Floyd Mayweather has erupted after Stephen A. Smith questioned his legacy, insisting Terence Crawford could beat him and that Floyd isn't the all-time great he claims to be. On air, Stephen A. argued that Sugar Ray Leonard was far superior, pointing out that Mayweather's best wins came at lightweight, and that he never truly dominated in the higher weight classes. He even brushed off Floyd's victory over Canelo Alvarez as not that impressive, a dismissal that sparked outrage from Mayweather. Known for never letting criticism slide, Floyd fired back, determined to defend his legacy against one of sports media's loudest voices.
Not just about your skill set. It's who you do it against.
Your level of competition. Is it possible that he's so far beyond his level of competition that he made it look easy?
Well, I think he did as a lightweight. When he went up to the welterweight division, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Floyd,
taking out Canelo the way he took out.
Well, he just gave him a boxing lesson, but Canelo was 22 years old. See, I remember
That's an excuse, though. I don't like this, like he's 22, he's too young.
I will tell you this. Well, you know, you do have to take that into consideration.
The guy had 100 fights.
Well, let me explain. You have to take that into consideration when boxing is the issue. Now, if he got knocked on his ass, that's different. But when he simply got schooled when you swinging a punch and Floyd is tapping you on your shoulder saying, I'm behind you, that's a problem. You understand what I'm saying? That's just a skill, like, you know, you...
We could credit Floyd with that.
Of course, I am crediting. I'm saying he's a brilliant boxer. You know, Floyd knew how to move before you even threw the damn punch. You see what I'm saying? You got to be a veteran to know how to overcome that. You can't put a novice into the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather. You understand? He's going to school you. What I'm saying to you is that if you want to make an argument on Floyd Money Mayweather's half, which I'm not summarily dismissing, I would tell you it's this. Floyd Money Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Boxing analyst Dawood Bey broke down the never-ending Mayweather versus Crawford debate following Crawford's dominant win over Canelo Alvarez. Bey admitted that, as a fan, he might lean slightly toward Crawford in a fantasy matchup, but he stressed the need for balance. Crawford's victory was extraordinary, no doubt, but Bey reminded everyone that Mayweather also beat Canelo convincingly, doing it years earlier when Canelo was still developing. He argued that dismissing Floyd's greatness in favor of Crawford oversimplifies history. In Bey's view, the truth lies in the middle. Crawford deserves full credit for dismantling today's Canelo, but Mayweather's win was equally historic and can't be overlooked.
That Bud goes about it a little bit better than Floyd in this sense. Floyd will, like, when Floyd fought Canelo, he was standing right there. He wasn't running and all of that. He wasn't doing all of the stuff that they say, oh, runner, Mayweather's a runner. He wasn't doing that versus Canelo. He was right there. And I can't even really remember Canelo catching him like that, like with nothing. With Bud, I could remember Canelo catching Bud a couple times, but Bud, like, gave him the, all right, put your foot out. What's up? Boxing turn, boxing turn, boxing turn. Like, and was like really standing there and like giving it to him with another type of energy. It was, the energy is more so like, all right, what's up? Like, you can't beat me. Floyd energy be like, bop, bop, I'm better than you. You see what I'm saying? They don't really be respecting that all the time. They'll acknowledge it like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, he hard to catch. But they be like, nah, you didn't beat me up. Bud go about his fights in a way where as though the Mexican fan base gotta be like, I ain't gonna lie, Canelo, he hollered at you. Like, he came at you too. He didn't just be better than you. He was better, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna come at you. And I think they really respect that. Shit, I respect it. I don't think it's not, I think the less you get hit, the better. I'm always gonna take it that way. So, you know what I'm saying? As a boxing fan, the kind of boxing fan that I am, I would have leaned towards Floyd's performance, but Bud's performance was like, If I'm a casual fan, I'd rather watch the way Bud do it.
Trainer Boosie Ennis fired back at critics questioning Terence Crawford's legacy. He argued that Crawford has already proven he's one of the greatest fighters of his era, pointing to his willingness to face dangerous opponents without hesitation. According to Ennis, Crawford actually thrives on risk. That's what sets him apart from most of today's boxers. By constantly testing himself against top competition, he's secured his place among the sport's elite. Ennis stressed that it's time people stop downplaying Crawford's achievements and recognize just how rare it is to see a fighter this versatile, daring, and cons.
I'd be able to sit down a little bit more. And what I tell you, Terence can fight and he can box. And he can fight. He'll fight this side. He take chances, man. You know what I mean? And that's how you be great, man. And he one of the greatest out there now. I think he's great. I think he's the best out there right now in that division. You know what I mean?
What's left?
For Terence?
Yeah.
If I was Terence, I would retire. That's what I would do. He did everything, man. He's done everything, man. You know what I mean? You know how many titles he don't want? All that stuff, you know what I mean? I think I'll go off one in the sunset, man. You know what I mean? He don't need no more money. You know what I mean?
Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, says the champ isn't done making history just yet. In his view, Crawford still has 2 or 3 big fights left before hanging up the gloves. One possibility Bomac raised is a jump to 160 pounds, not just to grab another belt, but to further cement a legacy that's already Hall of Fame material. He reminded everyone that Crawford has already achieved the rare feat of becoming undisputed in multiple divisions, something few fighters in history have ever done. At this stage, Bomac explained, Crawford isn't chasing validation. He's chasing greatness, taking on challenges that only true legends even dare to attempt.
Get away from him either.
Does this one mean more to you than the other ones?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It gives us the opportunity as a team to go into the Hall of Fame. Instead of a fighter going in there, instead of a coach going in there, it gives us a better chance to go in there as a team.
Well, congrats on that. I know that means a lot to you and the team.
Definitely that.
You know, I asked Bud this after the fight 2 weeks ago. Would he consider this a signature win? He said, yeah, one of them. Do you think that was the signature win of his career?
Well, the last fight?
Yeah, the Canelo one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was the underdog. Everybody thought that, you know, he was going to get beat.
What's up?
He was going to get beat. Surprising.
So what's next for Bud? What do you want to see him do?
I just want to see him, you know, spend time with his family because, you know, training for a fight, you be gone a long time. You're going away from your family. And it could take a toll on you after a while. So,
as his trainer, do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
well, win? You know what? He made it look so easy.